What's up, Chad? What's up? Today we talking about how this fucking vaccine was a total scammy wham. Total scam. I'm so happy that I wasn't forced, especially based on my career as a doctor, to get the vaccine. Because it came close and we had already talked about it. You know, we already said me and my love was like, he was like, don't get the vaccine. Chief was like, no, don't do it. And I was on board, and we were even willing for me to lose my job for me not to get the vaccine. And he definitely he was not even thinking about taking it. But I can remember back in 2020, I was sitting down having a heated conversation I wasn't having a conversation. I was next to a heated conversation where they were talking about the vaccine, and they brought up the Tuskegee study, how the government lie. And, my uncle was like, oh, of course you want to go back to that, but that ain't that far ago. Some of those people are still around who lived through that, or their descendants. And, we was willing for me not to take the vaccine because in dental school, I took a drug called the Lupron shot. Lupron Depot something. And this shot nearly killed me. I was in my last semester of dental school, suffering with endometriosis and a chocolate cyst. And it was like 9-10 centimeters. So it was a really big cyst sitting on my ovary. And they said in order to, help with the endometriosis, they recommended that I take this shot called Lupron. And this is basically a chemo drug turned into endometriosis treatment. So I was basically on chemo. The chemo nearly fucking killed me, guys. I was in my last semester having hot flashes. It put me into clinical menopause for a brief second. So I was having hot flashes. I was passing out. I was in the ER every other day. Like, my heart wasn't right. Everything was fucked up at this point. So I couldn't even finish school on time because it was just that traumatic. And I took the shot a second time because it was 3 shots, like, spaced out over, like, I forgot the amount of days, like 30, 60 days, 90 days or something. When I took the second one, that's the one that had me in the bed, couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't do nothing for over a week. And miraculously, I came out of that because I couldn't take it again. I had to use a natural medicine to get rid of it and to, like, kind of fight the chemo drug. But baby, listen, after that experience, I'm like, I'm never trusting doctors. I don't give a damn, even if they look like me, because this doctor was, African, black. And you just got to be careful because they don't always know what symptoms you're going to have. And I had every side effect that the drug mentioned. I had every side effect. So when it came around to taking that fucking vaccine like 2-3 years later, I was like, hell no, I don't trust no shots. I don't trust none of that shit. Like, no, I'm not having it. No, thank you. It has not been tested enough. And then there was like this COVID vaccine like website, but it was only active for 12 months after you got it. So they played it real fucking dirty. They was like, oh, you can file for damages, side effects for 12 months after. It's a big ass RV. Damn. That mother gotta have at least 5 bedrooms. But yeah. So I was totally against it at that point. But just to hear Dr. Fauci come out and plead the fifth for everything, that should tell y'all something about this line ass fucking government. It should tell y'all need you something. You can't trust anything that the government does, especially when it comes to your health. For goodness sakes, they allow chemicals over here in this country that cause cancer. For one, if you go to the stores and you see that I think it's P65 warning out of California that something has some type of chemical in it or on it in the packaging or whatever that causes cancer, it's allowed. It's in the most bizarre things, hair products, on clothing, on like little gadgets you buy for like your phone and shit, like accessories. So you really got to be careful and read. And a lot of people won't read. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people just pick it up. And sometimes I even get duped, like, and I don't turn it over and read the ingredients or the back of the packaging, because I always look for that, like, causes cancer packaging warning. So when it comes to this vaccine and things like that and the government, I mean, it's just going to be hard for you to trust these motherfuckers. It's going to be hard for us to trust them. So, you know, all the unvaccinated people coming out like, they said, do y'all want a cookie? No, we got enough. We don't want no cookie. I had a lot of patients seeing time coming out. Like, they had heart problems afterwards. They had all types of neurological problems afterwards. So a lot of people got damaged and harmed and have long-term issues from a experimental vaccine. Okay? But, you know, they probably told Fauci, hey, plead the fifth, plead the fifth, plead the fucking fifth. And he was like, I'm pleading the fifth. I'm not finna say shit. The government told me to do it. They know I'm about to plead the fifth. I'm not having it. So I just want to know in the chat, how y'all feel about this? Like, did you take it? Do you feel like, well, it is what it is? Or do you feel like, damn, I got bamboozled? Kind of like we did with history. And if you didn't take it, how do you feel coming out on the other side? Like, you know what? I knew it. Because I did have a heated conversation that I wasn't involved in, but then I got involved in it indirectly, and I went off. It was just a big argument between the family because we were like, hey, don't take it. And they were like, oh, you better take it. You know, so it was just a lot of families probably had heated discussions and a divide when it came to this vaccine. And just to see that they come around full circle is just crazy. And it's sad. That's why I cannot trust the government. Can't trust them. Won't do it. Can't have it. No thank you. Not a bang. Not a boom. No. Alright? Can't do it. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Oh. Somebody getting pissed off. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And y'all know this is planting season, day 1. I had so many chores to do this morning. I'm still finishing up my chores and errands. Finishing up my chores and errands. And then I'm gonna go live later. I wanted to do something fun today, but the chief had to work today. So I just decided that by the time he's done, I'm gonna be tired from all these chores. Y'all know how Saturdays are. Saturdays go. But yeah, I don't know how we go. So what time it is? Let's see what time it is, y'all. Let's see. 142. Might have to dip with the hip. I'm gonna have to go in like 3 minutes. Just had some laundry. Had to do some like organizing. I really need to be studying, but I'm like, my brain is all over the place. I work all week for corporate. My brain be fried like a damn egg. It really be fried like a freaking cheesy egg. You know what I mean? But yeah. But I just wanted to pop on here really quick, talk about that, get my thoughts out about this stupid ass vaccine, and just send prayers out to everybody who's still dealing with residual side effects from it or lifelong side effects from it. And to the people who were like, nope, not falling for it, kudos to you for not believing everything the government say. Nowadays, everybody believes what the government say. They believe the history. They send their kids to school to be colonized. They believe in all of that. So we have to just be a little bit smarter and know that anybody who is going to steal everything that you own based on your ancestral rights is never going to give you anything. They're always going to try to unalive you, cause cancer, cause all these diseases. So in this time, just be healthy. In this time, just be happy. In this time, still fight for your dreams and your creativity. Right? In this time, just try to practice sovereignty any way you can. In this time, try to be free in the mind. And I saw a quote yesterday. It said, peace is the most expensive thing on the earth. It's the most prized thing on the earth, is just having a peace of mind. So today, have a peace of mind. Don't fall for everything that falls in your lap. Oh, this vaccine, the government forcing this. If they forcing it, it ain't no good. They just don't lie. Alright? So I'll holler at you guys later. This is Dr. Jesus Sunflower. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the video.